Welcome to Day-18, and in this particular video we are going to talk about the route table. Till now we have covered the AWS EC2 instances, AWS load balancers, the different kind of load balancers, the VPC, subnets, NAT gateway, internet gateway, and security groups, NSGL. All these we have covered till now. How to set up your free AWS account, how to launch your first AWS EC2 instance. Everything is covered. The basics of the cloud, everything is covered on the channel. So you can start from the day 1 up and you can come up to day 17. In this particular video we are going to cover about the route table. So route table is a table which contains all the rules that how your uh, traffic will flow within the VPC, between the VPC and through the VPN as well, correct? So whatever the destination source you want to mention, that all you can mention within the route table itself, and that will decide how your network or how your traffic which is coming from the outside or from somewhere from one of the EC2 instances will transverse between the different VPCs within inside the VPC or even from outside the VPC, correct? So that route table will decide. So let's go from the point to point. What is route table? So it contains rules to route the traffic in or out of subnets. So subnet is the part of VPC, correct? Every resource lies in the subnets. Either you deliver your lambda function, either you deploy your database RDS instances or the different EC2 instances, correct? So most of the AWS services, if we are going through the networking, that will lie within the route within the subnets. So this route table defines the traffic in or out of subnet. That means which kind of request can come inside the subnet and which kind of request can go to the subnet. Correct. So that kind of routing will happen through the route table. Main route table at VPC level. So at a VPC level, whenever you create a VPC, you will see there will be one main route table that we will see on the AWS console side as well. I will show you that as well. And whenever you launch your one AWS account, you will get one VPC, default VPC in each region, and you will also get one default main route table in region. Custom route table at subnet level. But other than the VPC, you even can create one custom route table for your subnets as well. For subnet A, subnet B. If you have seen my previous video when I was talking about the VPC and the NAT, we had created different route table for the different subnets, correct? If you have not watched, you can watch out that as well. Each route table contains default immutable local route for VPC. So whenever you create a route table, it will be having default route, correct? That will be having the all the request can all the request can route or can be distributed between the VPC. That local route will always be available there. If no custom route table is defined, the new subnets are associated with the main route table, which is up to your VPC level, correct? We can also modify the main route table. Yes, there is a option of edit records, and you can change the routing there as well. So let me go to the AWS console, and here you can search about the AWS VPC service. And within this VPC service, you will see there is a one route table which is already created. So you will see on the AWS console side, you will see one default VPC which is already there, this VPC, and at the same time you will also see one route table, this route table, correct? This is the main route table. Yes, if you see the property, is it main? Yes, it is main route table, correct? Yes, marked route table ID, and there you will see one internet gateway is associated. It was created by default. The VPC is created by default itself when we launched the AWS account itself. You will see 000 as a destination attached with the internet gateway. That means any of the subnet which is associated here, and that subnet has some resources. If that particular resource, just suppose one of the EC2 instances associated with the subnet which is here, and this subnet is the part of this route table, correct? And this route has the definition of getting access up to the internet, correct? With the help of IGW, internet gateway, it can go up to the 00 destination. That means anywhere, that means up to the internet, correct? So that request can go up to the internet. So that's the route defined here. And the local route is also defined here, 172.31.00/16. That is your CIDR of the VPC, 172.31.00/16, correct? So you can see the local route, that's what the point we covered, correct? This one, if no custom route table is defined, sorry, each route table contains default immutable local route for VPC. So that's the point. You can see the default local route for the VPC, it is already there in the route table. So this is how. And if you want to edit anything, you can click on the edit routes. You can add any route here. Just suppose it, if I want to 00, correct, I want to NAT gateway, so I will have to create a one NAT gateway and I can attach over here. So if you want to attach any instance, so you can mention the instance ID, AWS EC2 instance ID, correct. So if you want to do, we will say peering, so you can create a peering request and that peering request will come here, correct, as a pop-up that you can mention, and you can mention the CIDR of the second VPC, correct. So you can modify the route tables, you can create the route tables, you can create the different custom route table. This is the main route table, correct. So just suppose that if I want to create any other route table, so I will just call as demo route and I will select the default VPC only. I'm not going to create any VPC, and you will just create route table, correct. I have created demo route. You will see that local routing for the VPC has already come. Then you can create subnet and you can associate your subnets here as well, correct. If you want to subnet, associate any subnet, I can just click on any of the subnet, just subnet association is done, correct. So this is how you can create your custom route table. You can associate subnet, you can define routes here from here, correct. You can add any like 00, I'm just saying, and then internet gateway I can attach over here as well. Let me select the IGW which is already available, correct. So this is the route table. Now if you see here, this is not the main route table. The first one was main route table. The route table what I created is the demo route, correct. That is not the main route table. So this exists on the VPC level, but this one exists on the subnet level, correct. This is not the main route table. So this is the definition of the main route table. This is the definition of the route table, where where it tells that how your traffic will be distributed, how your traffic will flow between the VPC and across the VPN as well. So here you can see in the destination it is mentioned 10.10.0.0/16 from the local. So this is the VPC level, correct. That means instances can make the communication between these two, because your traffic can go between this inside this VPC, that is your destination, correct. Now moving forward, you can see it can go up to the internet as well, 10.10.0/16, that means local. So it can go up to the VPC, any request made from anywhere, and even it can go up to the 000 as well, that means internet gateway. So if you see the institute instances which are making the request, then can go up to the internet over here as well. In the next PPT you will see 10.10. So for this subnet A, that means this for this subnet, it can go up to the VPC level, that means it can make the request up to the VPC level. Even it can go for the your internet gateway as well, that is also mentioned for the subnet A route table. While for the subnet B route table, it can go up to the your VPC only, it cannot go beyond the VPC. So if you see, if it's try to connect with the your internet gateway, that is cross marked. Why is that there? That means that is clearly because it is not mentioned in your route table. So that's the difference, or that's the property how route table routes your traffic between the subnets, between the VPCs, between the VPNs, correct. So this is all what I wanted to cover the route table specifically in this particular video. In next video we will be talking about the VPC connectivity option, VPC endpoints, VPC peering connection, transit gateway, and all other stuffs I will be covering in the next video. Till the time, thank you, bye bye.